Greetings, warrior. Listen to the words of Kalis, the unforgettable. What does it mean to live a warrior's life? Herein are the words of the greatest of all Klingons. Here is the way to live an honorable life as a Klingon. No matter what your occupation, this is the ultimate guide to honor. These words come to us from the KAGkon, the Klingon Art of War, translated by Kieth DeCandido. All gather round and hear the words of Kalis. Kapla.
Kalis the Unforgettable taught us the lessons of honor. Kalis lived that path. Kalis inspired others to follow that path. Kalis demanded of each of us to live a life increasing our own personal honor. He left us a powerful legacy. He left us principles to build our lives on. He left us precepts upon which to enrich our honor. He left us a path to grant us access to Stovokar. Are you embracing them? Do you live by his words daily? Do you find new ways to express his teachings? Is your honor the most important part of your life? Let us look to his precepts for guidance. Choose your enemies well. Do you? Do you even know when you are selecting an enemy? By what process are you choosing that enemy? Must it always be in the form of a physical contest? Well, no. Challenges in your life are the enemies that you must continually conquer. Are you on the lookout for new and more meaningful ones? Ones that will create a better version of yourself? By what criteria are you choosing these challenges? Where are you finding them in your daily life? Challenges that make you grow as a person. With no enemy, with no challenge, a warrior is only half alive. For what is life if you are not constantly testing yourself? You must find the limits of your abilities. Then you must exceed them. Facing and defeating your enemies, overcoming new challenges, refines and elevates your hidden self. You need to choose your enemies, your challenges, wisely. Choose those which will enrich your spirit, enrich your soul, and build your honor. Consider the tale of the walls of Quinlot. Kalis came to the walls of Quinlot ahead of a great storm. Everyone except a lone Klingon warrior had already taken shelter behind the walls. Before entering, Kalis asked the man why he had not sought shelter. "I am not afraid," said the man. "I will not hide my face behind stone and mortar. I will stand before the wind. I will make it respect me." Kalis saw that this man had chosen his enemy and went into the city, leaving the man to face his choice. The storm, after all, was not Kalis's enemy. When the storm passed and the people inside the walls were safe, the man who had decided to challenge the wind was dead. He had chosen an enemy he could not defeat. He had chosen an enemy he could not survive. He had chosen an enemy he could not learn from, gain in experience, build his true self. He had chosen poorly, for the wind does not respect a fool. You need not defeat every opponent you face, as long as you are able to grow from the experience. Let it enrich you. That which does not kill you makes you stronger. A human phrase that illustrates the Klingon precept given to us by Kahless. Choose your enemies well. The man at Quinlot did not survive his encounter, and therefore he was unable to learn from it. He found no profit in his challenge. He did not choose his enemy well. You don't always get the choice of challengers, though. Soldiers in battle must face whatever opponent they are given. Caught by the unpredictability of nature, find shelter. But do not provoke the shopkeep unless you have right on your side. You may need his services tomorrow. To harangue a man simply because he is weaker or more frail than you does not serve your honor. It does not enrich your soul. To be quite accurate about it, it merely tarnishes your honor. Avoid selecting opponents simply because they would make an easy victory. There is no honor in attacking the weak. Choose enemies that will polish your honor, not tarnish it. The warlord Plom ruled the Kir Peninsula. He took part in the arena games that he put on for his people, but he chose opponents he knew he could easily defeat. He did this not to enrich his spirit, nor to test his prowess, or even to learn new fighting techniques. No, he did this to enhance his reputation. He fought against the weak, the enfeebled warriors. Oh, they wore grand armor and carried fine weapons, but they did not have the skills necessary to use them effectively. We Klingons are not a stupid people. By the time one of his generals, disgusted with the spectacle he was engaging in, stepped into the arena and defeated him, the crowds had already seen through his dishonorable actions. They knew him for what he was. It affords you nothing if you face an opponent that offers you no challenge. If it costs you nothing, you gain nothing in return. Only by facing a real challenge can your spirit grow. Can you learn what your weaknesses are and then defeat them? Can you hone the skills you already have and make them sharper? Only this polishes your armor. Not every challenge will lead to a victorious conclusion. Consider the Herc invasion. The Klingon people were defeated by this enemy, but they were able to learn from the experience. When the invaders finally left our planet, taking with them everything they wanted, we Klingons were able to rebuild our society and move out into the stars. But because of the Herc invasion, we had learned how to deal with these new alien species. Never again were we defeated by invaders like the Herc. Klingon Ma, victorious we will be. Not all the challenges you face will call for you to place your life on the line. Only a more precious commodity, your honor. Consider the bootmaker who receives a rush order for a dozen new boots. But the buyer wants him to use a new type of leather, one that he has never worked with before, one that he doesn't know. It would be easy for the vendor to tell his client that he can't complete the order and simply turn it over to another cobbler. But honor says that he should take the order, learn how the new leather needs to be worked, master it, produce a product that he hadn't been able to before. Honor requires that he grow as a bootmaker. Dapaja. No, enemy is boring. But it is vitally important that you choose challenges that will test your abilities, that will offer you the opportunity to learn about yourself, offer you the chance to improve your actions, grow your talents, stretch to become the new person you were born to be. For that is how you will become more honorable in your dealings with others. So remember, Chaspuya Tiwikchu. Choose your enemies well, for they are your path to Stovokor.
Kalis the Unforgettable taught us the lesson of honor. Kalis lived the path, inspired others to follow that path, and demanded each of us live a life increasing our own personal honor. He left us a powerful legacy. Counselors discuss, scholars debate, diplomats encourage, but warriors act. The true warrior, the warrior who is marching towards his honor, does not hesitate. He acts. And through action purifies his honor and shows the world what he holds dear. So, strike quickly or strike not. It is no myth that if something needs to be done and you should do it now. Don't wait like a Ferengi until the price is right. Just do it. Kalis has said, 4,000 throats may be cut in a single night by a running man. To accomplish a thing, you must do a thing. Klingons do not procrastinate. Consider Ralkor, the warlord of Kotvat. Kalis needed his support as he tried to unify the Klingon people, but he sat in his mountain fortress and would not join Kalis's grand army. Kalis sent General Tigrok to conquer his fortress, but with the 4,000 sentries watching any and all approaches, Ralkor easily defended his mountain retreat. Try as he might, Tigrok could not overcome the advantage Ralkor had. It took the audacity of youth to find another approach. On a moonless night, Krim stripped himself of his bulky armor and, armed only with a duktag, gaining access to Ralkor's battlements, he ran from one sentry to another, slashing their throats. By the end of the night, he had dispatched all 4,000 guards, allowing General Tigrok to bring Ralkor to heel. If you have something that needs done, if you have something that needs doing, do it. But do not do it for the accolades of others. If the thing needs doing, just do it. Corvids, a creature that can unexpectedly swoop in and decimate a planted field, had not been seen for many seasons in a particular valley. One of the farmers regularly put out traps to catch the vermin and protect his field. The other farmers in the area ridiculed him for doing so until one season they woke up to dead corvids surrounding his field and devastation existing in their own. Act before there is a problem, and you will be safe from disaster. When threatened, fight. Strike quickly or strike not. General Kizar's campaign against the warlord Palm was won not by his greater strength. He had but 500 men to Palm's many thousands, and Palm arrived at the site of the battle before Kizar, so he was able to set up camp and be ready for the attack the following morning. Kizar, knowing he didn't stand a chance in a straight-up fight, decided not to wait until the next day. Upon arriving, his troops left their tired mounts behind and attacked Palm's camp on foot. Swift victory was attained because Kizar struck quickly, using his strengths to his advantage. A Klingon warrior is always prepared to fight. Capture all opportunities. There are times when by striking you are grabbing the best opportunity. Look to the honor in the thing you are doing. Consider the warrior Kortvan. When he walks into a drinking establishment, he towers over the rest of the patrons within. Along with being much broader, it was said he could lift a targ in each hand and still do a dozen pull-ups. Every night there is some Klingon who has too much to drink and finds some reason to challenge Korvan's honor. Now Korvan could simply drop his fist on the man's head, ending any contest. But how would that polish the honor of either of them? Typically, Korvan reaches into his spare purse and purchases 2 of whatever the man had been drinking, then invites him to sit next to him. Should anyone already be sitting there, one look at Korvan gives them the wisdom to relinquish their chair. Before the night is over, Korvan has made a new friend by knowing when not to strike. Imagine you are a lawyer in a small town who has served as its sole representative for many years. Then a younger lawyer moves into the community. You have the option to contest his presence and settle who has the right to handle the legal affairs of your town with an honorable duel. Or you can sit down and talk with him to see how he may complement your services in the community. Think about how you would strike in this instance. Which way polishes your honor? If a warrior does not fight, he does not breathe. It is vital as you go through your lives that you know when to strike when you come to the decision, and to know when the time is right to walk away from that action. But a warrior, be they a souvlaki, a lawyer, a farmer, a merchant, or a chef's assistant, must make the most of the life they are given. Fight for what is right. Fight to enhance your spirit, or fight to uphold your reputation, for they will all polish your honor, whether that fighting be with a bat'leth or a stern word. The humans have a saying, do or do not. We say, strike quickly or strike not.